Hello everyone, welcome to MBA Karo. This is day 20 of Hot Summer series and I am sure you are enjoying this series thus far. So in this video we are going to solve questions on functions and inequalities, one of the important topics in algebra. If you are new to the channel, please don't forget to subscribe to the channel for great content on MBA preparation. This is the schedule and we are on day 21. And this is the third class on algebra, and we have covered number system and arithmetic thus far, plus a lot of topics in VARC and DILR as well. So please watch this series for the entire 30 days and this will definitely give you a boost in your CAT preparation. In case you wish to prepare for CAT in a structured manner, you can enroll in our CAT course. So we'll start the series, questions on this topic. So try to solve the questions on your own and then look at the solution. So here's the first question. It says that there is a cubic equation gx given by this expression, and we are given g of 0, g of 1, g of 2 and g of 3. We need to find the value of g of minus 2. Okay, so this is a question to start with, and it is like I would say that a very easy question to start, because you just need to put in the values of 0, 1, 2, 3 etc. and then find out the values of this expression. Okay, so let's put the values. So if you put g of 0, so put x equal to 0, so we get 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus d is equal to 1. So that means d is 1, right? So a, b, c, d we need to find out. Now second equation, if we put g of 1, so it becomes 1, if x is 1, so that means a plus b plus c plus d, that is equal to 8. Okay, so we already know the value of d, so we can get one equation as a plus b plus c is equal to 7. If we put g is equal to 2, that is like x equal to 2, so we will get 8a plus 4b plus 2c plus d, that is equal to 17. Okay, so we can get an equation like 8a plus 4b plus 2c, that is equal to 16. And the third equation, if we put, that is 3x equal to 3, so 27a plus 9b plus 3c plus d, that is equal to 31. Okay, so this gives us 27a plus 9b plus 3c is equal to we will get 30, right? Now what we can do is we can subtract the sum of these two. Okay, we will add these two, so we will get 9a plus 5b plus 3c is equal to 23. So when we subtract it, we get 18a plus 4b is equal to 7, or 9a plus 2b is equal to, or let's keep it this only, not to get into the decimal parts. So one equation is this. Another equation is we can subtract double of this. Okay, so this into 2 subtract it from this equation. So this is, let us say this is equation 1, this is equation 2 and this is equation 3. So in this what did we do was we subtracted 3 minus 1 plus 2. Okay, so we subtract 3 minus 1 minus 2, you can call it. Okay, so we did this. Now another equation can be formed by using equation 2 minus 2 times of equation 1. So that will mean 2a, that is 6a, 4b minus 2b, that is 2b, 2c will get cancelled, 16 minus 14, that is equal to 2, right? Now we can just take double of it, we will get 12a plus 4b is equal to 4. So when we subtract, we will get 6a is equal to 3. Okay, when we subtract this equation and this equation, we will get 6a is equal to 3. So a is 1 by 2, or you can write 0.5 also. Then if we will put a is equal to half here, so 6a is 3, 3 plus 2b is 2, So 2b is minus 1 or b is minus 1 by 2, that is minus 0.5. Now we can put in this equation. So a is 1 by 2, b is minus 1 by 2, that becomes 0. So c should be 7. Okay. So the expression is minus x cube by 3, a is positive, minus x square by x cube by 2 minus x square by 2 plus 7x plus 1, that is the expression. So we need to find g of minus 2. So put minus 2. So we will get minus 8 by 2 minus, this is 4 by 2, and 7 into 2 is minus 14, and plus 1, minus 4 minus 4 minus 2 minus 14 plus 1. So this is 20, and minus 20 plus 1, that is minus 19. That is our answer. So it was like getting equations in 3 variables and solving those equations. Okay, simple, but that's the execution time that you need to solve this equation. A function is defined as fx plus y is equal to fx into fy. If f2 is 3, find the value of f8 minus f6. Okay. Now, like you can do this question in 2 ways. One is like f of x plus y. So we know f2 is 2. So if we put 2 and 2, so we will get f4. f4 will be equal to f2 into f2. That is equal to 9. Okay. Now f6 can be written as f4 into f2. That will be 27, and f8 will be written as f6 or f4 into f4, because this sum, like 4 plus 4 is 8, so that will be 9 into 9, 81. So 81 minus 27, that is 54. Okay, easy one. And there is a straight relation also. The straight relation is given by Cauchy equations. Okay. Now all those like we have seen such kind of questions being asked in the examination in CAT, where a direct application of Cauchy equations have been used. So definitely you should know these equations, because if this is asked, you do not have to repeat it. Like suppose it was still 8 and 6 only. What if I ask for 20 and 16, right? You won't be calculating step by step for so many values. So for that reason, these equations help you. Now this is of this format, the second form. So fx is k to the power x. So the function is k. So f2 will be equal to k square, which is 3. I need to find k8 minus k6. So k8 is k square to the power 4. So k square is 3. 3 ki power 4 minus 3 ki power 3. 81 minus 27, which is 54. So if I know the Cauchy equations, I could solve it directly. So this is helpful if you have to calculate for large values. So 8 and 6 we calculated manually also. But let us imagine it was about like f of 20. Okay, so then it would have been quite a big challenge for us to calculate. Okay, here's the next question. We need to find the inverse of this function. Okay. So inverse of this function, what do we do in inverse of a function is, first of all, put the function as y. Y is equal to 4x plus 1 upon 3x minus 2. Okay. Then replace yx by y and vice versa. Okay. So that means x is equal to 4y plus 1 upon 3y plus minus 2. Okay. The next step is now find y in terms of x. Now you have to find the value of y, and in terms of x, the value that you get is the inverse of this function. Okay. So now we will get, if you multiply this cross multiplication, 3xy minus 2x is equal to 4y plus 1. Okay. Since we have to find y, so we can take this together. 3xy minus 4y is equal to 2x plus 1. 2x will go this side, it becomes positive. So y is common. 3x minus 4 is 2x plus 1, or y is equal to 2x plus 1 upon 3x minus 4. Okay, so that is the inverse of this function. So inverse के लिए क्या करना है? First of all, we are given y is equal to some function of x. Replace x by y and vice versa. So make y as x and x as y. Now find the value of y in terms of x. That will give you the inverse function. Okay. Well, let's look at the next question. For a greater than b greater than c greater than 0, the minimum value of function fx x minus a plus x minus b plus x minus c is what? Okay. Now these are modulus based questions, right? Now one way is basically you can put the values of ABC as integers. That is the best approach. Okay. So best approach is taking the values some integers so that you get the answers easily. So if you take 3, 2, 1, but let us check the options. Do we get the uniform answers? So this is 6 minus 4, that is 2. Okay, this is 3 plus 2. This is giving us the answer as 4. This is giving us the answer as 6, and a minus c is 2. So we are getting two options as same. So we will not take 3, 2, 1. Okay. So instead test 4, 2, 1. Okay, these are the tricks to solve algebra based questions, right? So we will take the values 4, 2, 1. Okay, so if we take 8 minus 3, b and c is 2a is, sorry, we took 3, 2, 1, right? So 2a was 6, 6 minus 3, my bad, I made a mistake in the previous one. 6 minus 3 was 3. Okay, a plus b is 5, minus 2c is 4, a plus b plus c is 6, and a minus c is 2. So we are getting different responses. Okay, so we will use these expressions. We will put a, b, c. So now the function is x minus 3, okay, plus x minus 2 plus x minus 1. Okay, we need to find the minimum value of this function. So what we do is we take the critical points. So what are the critical points? X equal to 1. At this, the critical points are the points at which these individual elements become 0. So for example, mod x minus 1 will be 0 at x equal to 1. Similarly, we can take x equal to 2 and x equal to 3, because it has to be at some of these points. So x equal to 1, that will become 1 minus 3 plus 1 minus 2 plus 1 minus 1, that is 0. Okay, so basically it is 2 plus 1 plus 1, 2 plus 1 plus 0, that is 3. If you put x equal to 2, this value will be 1. This is like 2, if you put, this is 0, and this is 1. So 1 plus 0 plus 1, that is 2. If you take this case, x equal to 3, so this becomes 0. 3 minus 2 is 1, and 3 minus 1 is 2. Okay, so we get 3. So least we are getting is 2. So the answer is a minus c. Now that is the technique way, right? We take these random values. Now remember that if you are given an expression like this, ये तो है जिसको नहीं आता है करना, कि अलजेब्रा नहीं आती बट जुगाड़ से करना आता है. This is the जुगाड़ method. But the proper logical way of doing this is, see, if you are given this expression, right? So if you are given, it will be least at minimum value will happen at the middle value. So suppose there are 4 values like x minus a plus x minus b plus x minus c plus x minus d. If there are 4 values, there are 2 values. So at x equal to b and c, you will have the minimum of this expression. Now there are 3 values only. Okay, Suppose we are given that A, B, C, D. So there are 4 values, the minimum will happen at these 2 values. If there are 3 values, minimum will happen at x equal to b. So we can put x equal to b in this expression. So if we put x equal to b, so if there are 3 values, minimum will happen at x equal to b. So if you put x equal to b, that is b minus a plus b minus b plus b minus c. Okay. Now b minus a, is b greater than a? b is less than a. So this is negative. इसलिए इसमें बहुत सोच विचार के करना पड़ता है. Like b is negative. If mod of x is negative, so that means x will be minus x. Basically you take the negative of it. So this expression will become a minus b because this value is negative. So mod of minus 7 is 7. You take the reverse sign. Okay? If it is positive or 0, let's say if we have mod 3, that will remain as it is. So since this is a negative value, why? Because b is less than a. Okay, so this is negative, we will make it a minus b. This is 0 and b is greater than c, so it becomes b minus c. So b gets cancelled, we get the answer as a minus c. So this is the algebraic method of solving, and this is the what do you call it, the jugaad way. Okay, so this works for most of the students because they don't want to get confused seeing so many algebraic expressions, and hence go for this route. If you are very strong conceptually, you can use this route to solve the particular question. For real x, find the range of this function y is equal to x upon x square minus 5x plus 9. Okay, so what we will do in this case is, let's write this expression yx square minus 5xy plus 9y is equal to x. Okay, so we will get yx square minus 5 minus 5xy. So we can say, if you have to find x, so this is minus 5y and minus 1. So minus, you can take 5y plus 1x because it will become minus x here, and if you take minus sign common, this will be 5y plus x common plus 9y is equal to 0. Okay, so that is what we will get as the expression. Okay, now when x is real, right, so the discriminant of this equation should be greater than equal to 0, then only x will be real, right? If the discriminant is negative, we won't have real values. So this should be greater than equal to 0. What is d? D is b square minus 4ac. Okay. So b square minus 4ac should be greater than equal to 0. So b part is 5y plus 1 का whole square minus 4 times of, this is y and this is 9y. This should be greater than equal to 0. So when we simplify it, we will get 25y square plus 10y plus 1 minus 36y square is greater than equal to 0. Okay, so this means minus 11y square plus 10y plus 1 is greater than equal to 0, or we can say 11 square y square minus 10y and minus 1 is less than equal to 0. Okay, now if we simplify, so 11 into, we can say 11y square minus 11y plus y minus 1 is less than equal to 0, or we will get 11y common y minus 1. So basically we will get 11y minus 1 and y minus 1. Okay, so just check it, 11y plus 1, y minus 1 is common. This is greater than, less than equal to 0, right? So we will get this that D should be greater than equal to 0. Now we have, what are the solutions? Minus 1 by 11 and 1, right? Now if we have a quadratic expression, so at the roots it is 0, okay. Beyond the roots it is positive, and between the roots it is negative. So we are considering 0 as well as negative cases. So we are considering from this point to this point. So it is at minus 1 by 11 and it happens at 1. So we will consider all the values from minus 1 by 11 to 1. So we will have this as the answer, minus 1 by 11 to 1. We will take this entire range. If it was less than 0, then we would have taken this bracket. Okay, this will be this expression, sorry, this, the second expression will give less than 0, but it has to be less than equal to 0. यहाँ पे भी greater than equal to 0, because even if the discriminant is 0, the equation is satisfied. So when we have to find the range of such kind of a function, we should know that it's a it's a quadratic function that we will get here. So quadratic function, the discriminant should be, like, if the value is real, if x is real, the discriminant should be greater than equal to 0. So quadratic equation हमने last time की थी. We talked about the nature of roots. If x is a real number, then the discriminant of that quadratic equation should be greater than equal to 0. So we used that, and then the inequality part to find the range of the function. Okay, so we did inverse range, and this is the next one. It says a, b, c, d are real numbers. A minus b is equal to 2, b minus c is equal to 4, and c minus d is equal to 6. What is the sum of all distinct values of a minus d? Okay, so we need to find the sum of all these distinct values of a minus d. So we need to find this value. So a minus b is equal to 2, b minus c is equal to 4, and c minus d is equal to 6. Okay, so we can say that a minus b can be plus or minus 2, b minus c can be equal to plus or minus 4, c minus d can be equal to plus or minus 6, right? That is the values that are possible, because when we open an expression like this, so this is what we can get, like plus minus 2, plus minus 4, plus minus 6. Now let's see these three equations and add them. So when we add, what we will get, these two will get cancelled, we will get a minus d. So we need to find the sum of all distinct values of a minus d, right? So we'll have to think that what all values can we get. So we'll have to make combinations, right? So let's see the combinations. If we take all three negative, अगर हम minus 2, minus 4, minus 6 ले लेते हैं, so we can get minus 12. Okay. Make one of it positive, so minus 4, minus 6, this is 2. So what do we get? We get minus 10, that is minus 8. Then if we take, let's say we make this as positive, we make 4 as positive, but let the others be negative, so it becomes minus 4, isn't it? Now if we make minus 6, minus 2, minus 4 and 6, that becomes 0. Okay, so that is one more value. So we are seeing that the difference is of 4, isn't it? So a minus d, we will get these values, like possible these. So like try to find any other value. Like if you make 2 of them, let's take, we make 2 of them, like we made one of them positive, let's make 2 of them positive. So if we make 2 and 6 positive and minus 4, so we still get 4. Okay, so we will see that, or if we make all of them positive, 2, 4, 6, we will get 12. So basically you will get 8 set of values, right? So you can test each of these values. So we will get the range of values as minus 12, okay, minus 8, minus 4, 0, 4, 8 or 12. We will get only these values as the as the values of this expression. Okay. Now we have to tell the sum of mod of a minus d. So a minus d is among these values. So mod of a minus d will be among 12, 8 or 4. It cannot have any other value, or it can be 0 also. Okay, so this was a minus d. So mod of a minus d will be among these values. So what is the sum of these? So we have 20 plus 4, 24 is the answer. Okay, so mod based question. So what we did, we opened these modulus, so it can be plus or minus 2, and when we added, we got the value of a minus d. Okay, so the possible values of a minus d were given, and then we figured out that what could be the range, the set of values that will satisfy, that will be possible for a minus d. So we found the possible values for mod of a minus d. I hope you are enjoying this session and this series, so please don't forget to like this video and share it with your friends. Now here's the next question, which is on greatest integer function. So it says that the greatest integer less than or equal to x, you need to find the value of this expression. Okay, so root 1 is 1, root 2 is like 1.41, okay, root 3 is 1.73, root 4 is 2, okay, root 5 is 2.23. Now we do not have to find all the roots, we will have to find the root 60. So I do not know what root 60 is, but I know it is 7 point something. Okay, you do not need to calculate it. So basically, greatest integer function says that if you have a plus b, c, d, anything, so the value is a. Okay, so we will bring it down to the nearest integer below it, right? Greatest integer less than or equal to x. So if this is equal, so this becomes 1. So it is less than will be 1. This is 1. Now this will be 2, 2, 2 and so on. Now we will have to find that how many times will 1 appear, how many times will 2 appear, and so on, right? So see, 1 square is 1, 2 square is 4, 3 square is 9, 4 square is 16, 5 square is 25. So this is a good enough way to understand. So the value will be 1 for 1 to 3, because from 2 square, like 4 is 2 square. So from 4 onward it will start becoming 2. So till 1 to 3 we have the value as 1. Then from 4 to 8 we will have the value as 2. Okay, so from 4 to 8. Then we will have the value as 3 from 9 to 15. Why 9 to 15? Because 9 is 3 square, right? So we'll start from 9 and we'll go on till 15, because 16 will become 4 square. Okay. Then and so on we will have to calculate, like 4 will be from 16 to 24. Okay, like this will happen. So we will count how many times does it happen. 1 happens 3 times, 2 happens 5 times, 4 to 8, 3 happens 7 times, 4 will happen 9 times, 16 to 24. Okay, 5 will happen 11 times, 6 will happen 13 times. Okay, अब 6 लास्ट टाइम कब तक बनेगा? 48 is the last time when we will have 6 point something. Now from 49 to 60 we have this as 7 point something, right? So it will be 7 point something. So 7 will happen, it will not happen 15 times, right? 49 to 60 the count is 12. So 7 into 12. So 7 will be counted 12 times from 49 to 60. So just multiply and add 10, and this is 21, this is 36, this is 55, this is 78, and this is 84. So we can add the numbers this way. So 120, see, you should add the numbers that end in 10. 120, easy to add. 130, and then we have 99, that is 229, 229, 232 plus 55, the answer should be 287. Okay, so this is how we will calculate these values. Okay, 13, 34, 70, 125, 125 plus 162, 287 will be the answer. So a question on greatest integer function. Okay, now this is a tricky question. Okay, and I'm sure that many of you would struggle to solve this question. This shows a function over here. So if you are solving it on your own, try to solve it on your own and then look at the solution. Okay, so it says that fx is equal to f of 2x plus y. Okay, and then we are given that fx plus f of 2x plus y plus 5xy is equal to f of 3x minus y plus 2x square plus 1, where x and y are real numbers. We need to find f of 6. Okay, so this is a bit difficult question. So let's see one thing. Okay, so in these questions, let us put x equal to y equal to 0. So let's put f of x equal to y equal to 0, so we can get f of 0. Okay, so that will help us solve this function. Okay, so like if you put f of 0 plus f of 0 plus 0 is equal to f of 0 plus this is 0 plus 1. Okay, so this becomes f of 0 is 1. F of 0 is 1. We got this. Now we will put, since we have two variables x and y, so what we will do is, in one case we will make this as 0, in one case we will make this as 0. Okay, so let's do one thing. Let's put the first case as, put y is equal to 2x or minus 2x. So if you put y is equal to minus 2x, this will become 0, this part will become 0. Okay, so let's solve for this. So put y is equal to minus 2x. So this is fx plus f of 0, because y is minus 2x. Now this is minus 10x square. This is equals to f of 3x minus y. Y is minus 2x. So f of 5x plus 2x square plus 1. Okay, so this is what we will get as the result. Okay, so now we will we will get some equation in fx minus f of 5x. We get an equation. Okay, so what do we get? This is 1. Okay, so this is 1 and 1 gets cancelled. So we have 12x square. This is equation number 1. Okay, so these are the manipulation based questions and quite difficult to solve. So this is the trick to solving these questions. Now next we will put y is equal to, we will make this as 0, right? So we will put y is equal to 3x. If we put this as 3x, this will become 0. So we will get the equation as f of x plus this is 3x. So we will get f of 5x. Now are you noticing it? It is becoming 3x plus 2x, 5x. So we will get an equation on these two things, plus 5xy, 5x into 3x, 15x square, that is equal to, now this is f of 0 plus 2x square plus 1. Okay, so what does this equation become? it becomes like 1 plus 1 is 2. This is 1, this is 1. So 1 plus 1 is 2. 15x square can be taken this side. So we get fx minus f of 5x is equal to 2 minus 13x square. This is the second equation. Now can we eliminate f of 5x? Yes. So we will add these two equations. So when we add these two equations, we get 2 times of fx is equal to 2 minus x square. Okay, so fx is 1 minus x square upon 2. So that is the value of this function. Okay, so we need to find fx, f6. So 6 is 1 minus 6 square by 2. So 6 square is 36, 1 minus 18. We get minus 17 as the answer. Okay, so did you enjoy solving this question? How many of you were able to solve this question without looking at the solution? Please do let me know in the comments. And if you enjoyed this question, the technique to solve this question and learn something new, please do like this video. Okay, so now here's the next one. It says that fg is a polynomial satisfying fg into f1 upon g, that is equal to fg plus f1 upon g, and f3 is given to us, right? Now in this case you could use hit and trial also, but I'll tell you a generic the scenario in which these kind of functions happen. Okay, so when you are given this kind of function, this rule, like we did those Cauchy equations, there also there is a rule. It means f of g is equal to 1 plus minus g to the power n. Okay, so that is this relation. Okay, so that is the relation, that 1 plus or minus g to the power n. So f of 3 is given to us, so it is 1 minus 3 ki power 3, okay, minus 26. So that means n is equal to 3. So f of 9 will be equal to 1 minus 9 to the power 3, which is 1 minus 729 minus 728. Okay, so this is a relation worth remembering. This is a special function. Okay, so one could have taken a guess in this question, because one notices f3 is minus 26. Okay, minus 27 से एक बड़ा है, so this is minus 729 से 1 add करके, that could have been a guess you could have made on this question, and this is the result for this kind of a function. Okay, so here's the next one. It says that fx plus 1 upon x is equal to x की power 4 plus 1 upon x की power 4. Okay, so we need to find f3. So we need to find f3. So in this case, let us substitute x by some variable. So let us say not x but this part by y. So let y is equal to x plus 1 upon x. So f of y we will have to find out. Okay, now if you take the square of this expression, what is y square? Y square is x plus 1 upon x ka whole square, that is equal to x square plus 1 upon x square plus 2x into 1 upon x. So basically is equal to y is x plus 1 upon x square plus 1 upon square plus 2, right? So we get this as expression that x square, or we can say that x square plus 1 upon x square is y, this is y square, and 2 will bring it this side, so y square minus 2. Okay, now if you look at this part, and if we further square this term, like x square plus 1 upon x square, if we further square this term, what will happen? Okay, so take square on both sides. So we will get x to the power 4 plus 1 upon x to the power 4 plus 2x square into 1 upon x square. So this contains this term which we are desired to find. Okay, so this is equal to y to the power 4, okay, minus 2 into 2y square, that is 4y square, plus 4. Okay, so that's what we will get. Okay, now we can get x to the power 4 plus 1 upon x to the power 4, that we desire to find. So this is equal to y to the power 4, okay, and minus 4y square and minus 2 if we do plus 2. So that is what we need to do, right? So ab kar lete hain, we will put see y is equal to this, right? So fy is this, so we need to find f3. So f3 if we put, so this is y, so y is 3, okay, so we put 3, so this is 81 minus 4 into 9 plus 2. So 81 minus 36, 45 plus 2, 47. So the answer of this expression is 47. So what we did, we substituted x plus 1 upon x with another variable, and then we squared and squared again to find the relation. Okay, so now this is the next question in which we need to find the area under the curve. So that is a frequent question which is tested in CAT. R is the region and of this graph, fx is x plus 4, and above gx, that is 3 minus x by 2 over the interval 1, 4. So we need to find the area of this graph. Okay. Alright, so let's see this one. Let's look at these values. What will we get? Okay, so of fx plus 4, and we need to make 3x minus 2. So we will solve this equation. X plus 4 is equal to 3 minus x upon 2. So we will have this, the equations will meet at 3x by 2 is equal to 3x by 2 is equal to minus 1. So they will meet at minus 2 by 3, or we will basically draw like plotting the points and find the points where they meet each other. Okay, so that's the best way not to solve the equation. I mean, we can solve the equation. 3x by 2 will be equal to minus 1. So x will be equal to minus 2 by 3. So minus 2 by 3 pe meet karenge, but that is not a concern because we need to find the interval 1 to 4. Okay, so let's draw this lines. So first graph is x plus 4. So if you take, since we have to find in the range 1 to 4, so we will confine our knowledge to this part only, 1 and this is 4. Okay, so we will find in this region only. So if x is 1, okay, x is 1, so y should be equal to 4. So this is sorry, x plus 4, that is 5. Okay, so at 1 it is 5 and at 4 it will be 8. 4 it will be 8. So this is the graph that will go on. It is 1, 5, 4, 8, that is one of the points. And second is 3 minus x by 2. At this it is, if you put 1, that is 2.5. So at 1 it is 2.5. And at 4 it will be 3 minus 2, it is 1. This is 4, 1, right? So this is the points that we will get. So basically we have to find the bounded above the graph of the function, this. Okay, it should be bounded above. So that means this is above the region is, R is the region bounded above. So R is this region. It is bounded above by this line, that is x plus 4, and this is the function g, that is 3 minus x upon 2. So we need to find the area of this region. Okay, so we will find the area of this region. So this is a trapezium. This distance is 7 from 1 to 8. and this distance is 2.5, from 2.5 to 5. So area of trapezium is half sum of parallel sides into distance between them. Okay, so we can say half into 9.5, because the sum of parallel sides is 7 and 2.5, that is 9.5, and distance between them is 3 into 3. So we can make it 19 and by 2, so 19 by 2 and half also and 3, so that becomes 57 by 4. So that was the graph based questions are usually easy. You just need to find the points and make the make these intersections. Okay, alright, so let's now look at another question which is again on graphs. So you need to find the regions enclosed by these 3 graphs. Okay, so we'll have to make these 3 graphs. Here first is x should be between 2 and 4, so we can draw x equal to 2 and x equal to 4. So that is the first graph. So this time I will draw it neatly using 3 different colors. So this is one of the lines that is drawn. Okay, second graph is of 3x plus y is greater than equal to 5. So first line suggests that the graph should be between these. 3x plus y is greater than equal to 5. So at x equal to 2, okay, so this is 6 plus y is greater than equal to 5, so y is minus 1. So y is minus 1 here, 2 comma minus 1. And if I put x equal to 4, that is 12 and minus 7. So this is 4 comma minus 7. So this is the second graph, right? So this is the second graph that we get. Now the third graph says that 2x plus y is less than equal to 5. So at x equal to 2, this is 4 plus y will be equal to 1. So it is 1 here. Okay, and at x equal to 4, it will be 8 minus 3, because this is 8 minus 3 is 5, right? So at this it is 1 and here it is minus 3. So this is 4 comma minus 3 and this is 2 comma 1. Okay, so this is the graph that we will get. Okay, so just verify the values. 3x plus y is greater than equal to 5. 3x, that is 6, minus 1, 5, satisfied, and it is greater than 5. So it should be above this graph. And 4 minus 7, if you put 12 minus 7 is 5 above this graph. So this graph satisfies. 2x plus y satisfies, and then 2x plus y, 8 minus 3 is less than 5. Less than that means below this graph and between these graphs. So we need to find the area of this thing, right? So now again this has parallel sides. Okay, it has one pair of parallel sides. So we will find the sum of parallel sides and the distance between them. So this is minus 1 to 1, minus 1 se 1 tak ka the distance is 2. This is minus, see it is not, these lines are not parallel. The way I have done is I have not taken very linear. So this is minus 1, minus 3 should have been much lower than that. Okay, so excuse for that, you just need to find the lengths of the sides. So minus 7 to minus 3, the distance is 4, and the distance between these sides is 2 to 4, that is 2. So half 2 plus 4 into 2. So the area you will get is 6 units. So the answer is 6. So graphs is a common question which is asked in CAT and can be tackled in this manner. I hope you are enjoying this series, so don't forget to like this video. Let's move on to the next question, which is on inequality. Okay, pretty easy question to start with. 10x square minus 19x plus 6 is less than equal to 0. So if we have this expression, first of all let's think of numbers 10 and 6, that makes 60. Okay, we get 4 and 15, that makes 60. So when we break it like this, 10x square minus 4x minus 15x plus 6 is less than equal to 0, right? Now I'll tell you a very simple way to solve these kind of quadratic equations. See, think of numbers. First of all, think of two numbers whose sum is minus 19. Okay, 4 and 15, minus 4 and minus 15. The product is 60. So we come across the numbers minus 4 and minus 15. Okay, do not worry about that sign part right now. Think of two numbers whose addition is minus 19 and product is minus 60. So we get these numbers, reverse sign. So that is 4 and 15, and then divide by A. A means this. So 4 by 10 and 15 by 10. Okay. So 4 by 10 is 2 by 5 and this is 3 by 2. Right. Now it says that what are the roots of this equation? 2 by 5 and 3 by 2. Right. Now the roots are 2 by 5 and 3 by 2. In a previous question also I told you that at 2 by 5 and 3 by 2 this expression is 0. The expression is 0 at these points. It is positive beyond these points, and between these points it is negative. So we need to find less than equal to 0. So we need this range. So this means that x is a part of minus 2 by 5 to 3 by 2. Okay, so it has to be in this particular range. Okay, so it says how many integer values of x. Now between these, this is 0.4 and this is 1.5. There is only one integer that will fall in between, which is 1. So the answer is 1. Only one will satisfy. No other integers will satisfy this inequality. For how many integers x will the inequality be satisfied? Okay, so now we have a quadratic equation. Again, in the previous one the quadratic equation was directly given. Here we will have to simplify to get the quadratic equation. So we will get x square minus 15x plus 50 minus 3x and plus 3 less than minus 3. So bring it 3 here, less than 0. Okay. X square minus 15 minus 3 minus 18x and plus 56 is less than 0. Okay, simple one. Okay, so we think of two numbers, minus 4 and 14. I told you to reverse the sign. 4 and 14, since it is 1, so the value of x is 4 and 14. Okay, so minus 4 and 14, their product is 56 and the total is minus 18. You need to reverse the sign. Okay, so x is 4 and 14. Now again the same thing which we did. So this will boost your concept of this chapter, the nature of roots and the inequalities with respect to roots. So we need to tell that in which, so at 4 this value will be 0, at this it will be 0, it is negative in between them. Okay. So for how many integers will this inequality be satisfied? So 4 will not satisfy because at 4 it will be 0, at 5 it will be negative. 5 negative, 6 negative, 7 negative and so on till 13 it will be negative. At 14 again it will be 0. So we will not count them. So we will count from 5 to 13. Okay, how to count? Highest minus lowest plus 1. कभी भी consecutive numbers count करने होते हैं. Do not count 8. Many students make mistake in this. They count 8 as the answer और वो उनके -1 में चला जाता है. ठीक है, so यहाँ पे तो मैनुअल काउंट कर सकते थे, बट अगर बड़ी रेंज होती है पीपल ऑफन मेक दिस मिस्टेक. हाईएस्ट माइनस लोवेस्ट प्लस 1. सो देयर आर 9 सच नंबर्स. इफ यू हैव टू काउंट consecutive numbers, always keep this in mind. If you make mistake, then you are gone, you lose. I mean, instead of gaining 3 you lose 1 marks, so that is effectively -4. Okay, so here's the next inequality. It is on a cubic function and we need to tell for how many integer values this expression is negative. So we need to find negative expression. Okay. Now we will use logic here. X square is greater than equal to 0. It cannot be negative. Okay. Now whenever we have a upon b, two terms, when are these terms negative? So if we have a upon b, if there are two scenarios, a and b, अगर आप a और b पॉजिटिव रखेंगे, so the term is going to be positive. ठीक है, a और b का एक्सप्रेशन निकालना है, that is positive. If a is negative, b is positive, so that will be negative. If a is positive and b is negative, this is going to be negative, and if both are negative, we will get a positive expression. So since we have to find a negative expression, we have to find wherever a is negative, b is positive, and the opposite, right? Now in this case, notice this term x plus 1 and x minus 3. So x plus 1 is greater than x minus 3. ठीक है, so अगर ये negative होगा, so obviously this will be negative. So a upon b, if this is negative, this will automatically become negative. So x plus 1 अगर negative होगा, since it's a smaller number, so उससे छोटा number तो negative ही होगा for sure. So we will not have this case. We will have only those cases where x plus 1 is positive and x minus 3 is negative. Why are we taking x minus 3? Because it is cube. So if it is negative, the cube of a negative number is negative. Okay, so this needs to be kept in mind. This cannot be negative. This this has to be positive. Should not be 0 also. Okay, that all factors need to be kept in mind. So if you put x equal to, now this should be positive, right? It should not be negative. So if you have to make it positive, if you put x equal to 0, what will happen? If you put x equal to 0, this will be 0, this will be positive, right? So the result is 0, it has to be a negative one. So we cannot take x equal to 0. So this is a manual counting question. When we take x equal to 1, this is positive, this is positive, this is negative. So satisfies. If you put x equal to 2, this is positive, this is positive, this is negative. Satisfies. If you put x equal to 3, this is 0. So this is not defined because it will become 0. If you take x equal to 4, this will become positive and numerator will always be positive. So there are only two values of x that satisfy this inequality. So it's basic skill that one needs to get about positive and negative numbers and their product or division. Okay, so here's the next one. It says for how many integer values of x, x plus 4 minus x minus 4 is less than 8. Okay, so we need to find that for how many values it is less than 8. Okay, so let's solve it. Since it is less than 8, so if we expand it, so either it is, like if we take the positive side, it will be less than 8, and if we take the negative side, it will be greater than minus 8, because it has to be in this range. So when we open mod, so we get both positive and negative sides. Okay, now the critical points are 4 and minus 4. Okay, so let us take x greater than equal to 4. Okay, so let's take those critical points. Ki, like one is 4 and another is minus 4. Okay, so ये points देखते हैं. अगर हम x greater than equal to 4 लेंगे, so what will happen? So it will become, this is x plus 4. Okay, so that will be positive only, that is 8. Sorry, this is x plus 4 and this will be a positive number, or rather I would say that it will remain as it is. See, if mod of a is there, it will remain a if a is greater than equal to 0. Okay, and it becomes minus a if a is negative. So basically this is a positive or 0 number, it cannot be negative, so we will write as it is. So it becomes minus 8, but it does not satisfy because it has to be greater than minus 8. So this case does not satisfy, so we cannot take x greater than equal to 4. If we take x less than equal to minus 4, sorry, less than equal to minus 4, yes, because this is minus 4. So now if you take a lesser number, this is going to be a negative number, okay, so it will become minus x minus 4. Okay, so if you take this, the negative number, it will become minus x minus 4, and this will be again like this will again be a negative number, so minus of this will become plus x minus 4, so that will be again, that will become minus 8. Okay, so sorry, यहाँ पे 8 बनेगा, minus 8 नहीं बन रहा, because when you take this negative sign, this becomes, so this becomes minus 8, okay, which is not satisfying. So these two cases do not satisfy, right? So if you take these two extreme cases, in one case we are getting the expression as 8, and in another case we are getting minus 8. So this also does not satisfy, because it should not be between these. So that means x should be greater than equal to minus 4 and should be less than, sorry, between these values. So x should be between these values, and hence let us check that if x is between these values, so what will happen? X is in these values, this will be negative and this will be positive. Okay, so like if you take these values, so the expression becomes x plus 4, that is positive, and this is negative, so we will write this will become negative of this. Okay, 4 minus x बन जाएगा, like minus 4 plus x. So like if this is negative, we will take a negative value of this, so instead of x minus 4 it will become 4 minus x, or like अगर इसका negative ले लेंगे, that means minus x plus 4, so that will become, that is equal to 2x. Okay, so now we know that minus 8 is greater than 2x is greater than 8. Okay, so what all values of x will satisfy? Minus 3, minus 2, minus 1, 0, 1, 2, 3. So these values will satisfy this inequality. Okay, so at the critical points the equations does not satisfy, like if we put 4 and minus 4, it does not satisfy. If we take interim values, it satisfies, so the expression becomes 2x. Like if you take the mod of like if you open it in this range, the value of the function is 2x, so 2x is between minus 8 and 8, so x will be in this range. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 integer values that satisfy this inequality. Okay, alright, so here's the next one. It says that let a greater than b be positive real numbers. What is the minimum value of a plus 1 upon b minus a minus b? Okay, so let's find this expression. Now this is a bit like, again, that is something wherein you need to do some manipulations to get the result. Okay, so always remember that, like whenever we have this expression, so this is a plus 1 upon b minus like we need to, like we will apply AMGM inequality in this case, right? So AMGM inequality says that like arithmetic mean is greater than the geometric mean. So that, let's see this one. So this is a special case. So what we will do is we will just do some manipulation, and so like this we will so we'll make some terms such that the product is this a plus b minus b So if we take the terms like this, am क्या बनेगा, b into this, we'll have to think of key like how do we take this particular expression. So a minus b b plus a minus b and we'll have to do, in this case we need to do some manipulation. I am not able to crack this, that what manipulation needs to be done in this particular case. Okay. This by 2 should be greater than equal to square root of b upon a minus b. Some sort of this thing needs to be done, but I am not able to strike this logic that how do we get this number. So something has to be done with this. So try it as a homework question. Okay, so and do let me know in the comments that what is the answer to this question. So try it in the comments and let me know in the comments, and if I am able to solve it, I'll create in a separate video I'll explain this question, probably in some workshop which I'll take on YouTube. There I'll definitely solve this question. So sorry, at this moment I cannot think of like how do we manipulate this one. So apologies for that. So let's move on to the next question. So again, this is something on inequalities, 2x plus 3y and into 8 upon x plus 3 upon y. Okay, so we need to find the minimum value of this. So when we multiply, this becomes 16. Okay, when we multiply this becomes 9. Okay, and then it is this is 2x into 3y, so 6x upon y plus this is 3 into 8, 24 y upon x, right? So this is the expression. So 25 plus 6x upon y plus 24 y upon x, that is the expression, right? So let us say x upon y is equal to a. So this expression is 25 and into 6a plus 24 upon a. So that's what we get as the expression. So we need to find the minimum value of this expression. Okay. So GM inequality says that sum of these two will be greater than equal to square root of 6a into 24 upon a. Okay, so that is AM is greater than equal to GM. Okay, so what we will do is this we will get as 144. So 6a plus 24 upon a. This is 144. So 12 and into 2 24 is greater than equal to 24. So minimum value of this is, this part is 24, this is already 25, so 25 plus 24, the minimum value is 49. Okay, so that's the answer to this question. Okay, so here's the next one. So this is also based on AMGM inequality. So a cube b square is given as 243. You need to find the minimum value of a plus 4b. So we have to solve for this. Now in this case, like we have to split into, like again these are inequalities based on AMGM inequalities, right? So how do we split is, see whatever is given as the power, okay, so split it into that many parts. Like a cube is given, so this is power is 3, and for b the power is 2. So we will split into 3 parts and we will split into 2 parts and solve the inequality. So ये हमेशा रखना AMGM inequality को कैसे split करना है, whatever power is given for a, so 3 is the power, so split a into 3 parts. So basically it will be a upon 3 plus a upon 3 plus a upon 3. For b the power is 2, so we will split into 2 parts. So 2b plus 2b, and total how many parts are there? 5 parts. Okay, so this is greater than equal to the fifth root of the product of these. Okay, so like a upon 3 into a upon 3 into a upon 3 into 2b into 2b. Okay, so that's how we split the AMGM inequality. So if you are given an AMGM inequality in terms of addition and product, so this is how you split it, like whatever is the power of the expressions, so for that variable you split into those many parts. So we are given 3 parts, so we will split into 3 parts and this into 2 parts. Okay, so a upon 3, so this expression we need to find. So let us say this sum is s, so s upon 5 is greater than equal to fifth root of, now a cube b square is known to us, a cube b square is 243, and now we will use these numbers. So this is 1 upon 27 and this is 4, so this is the fifth root of this expression. So 9 into 4 is 36, so s upon 5 is greater than equal to 36 की power 1 by 5. Now 36 is 6 square, so can be written as is greater than equal to 6 की power 2 by 5. So s, the minimum value of this expression is 5 into 6 की power 2 by 5. So that is our answer. So 5 into 6 की power 2 by 5 is the answer to this question. Okay, so it was an intensive session. So in case you are preparing for like CAT and OMETs and wish to enroll in our mock test series, you can get the same and the links of the same are given in the description of this video. And in CAT we are providing 15 full length plus 10 sectional, which are yet to be uploaded. We have just launched it. And in others you will get mocks for NMAT, SNAP, ZAT, whichever exams you can think of for MBA entrance examinations. We shall be providing all the mocks only after the examination notifications are announced, and then we will be launching these respective tests. So here are some questions for you to answer in the comments of this video. Even that question which I could not solve in this intensive heat, okay, so I'll try to solve it later on. Maybe heat took a bad toll of me while solving so many questions. So so you have a total of 6 questions to answer in the comments of this video. In this video we covered inequalities, we covered functions, and I hope you enjoyed solving these questions and must have learned some special kind of questions that could be asked from these 2 topics. So this was day 21 of hot summer. We are yet to go for 9 more days. So we will have 9 more intensive content rich classes. So I can ensure you that if you watch all these 30 classes, you will definitely have build a solid foundation, solid technique to solve a variety of questions in CAT, and would be able to do quite well on the examination. So thanks for watching this video. Have a great day ahead. Goodbye.